ART122 silkscreen 2-layer stencil print. We begin with a flat of color, and in order to do that we need to determine the size of the window we will cut out of the vellum. So earlier I figured out that based on this squeegee that you see end to end gives me about 1/2 inch, that is a nice window, pretty much the maximum window I can pull a print with this orientation. Now, the reason I have it this way is because when I cut that out and I tape down my edges, and these rulers will represent the tape, if I try to pull a print this way, look what's happened. My squeegee is riding up on the tape and it creates an off contact with the screen. You never want to do that. However, I can print this way off the tape, nothing but the screen and squeegee in contact with each other, and get a good pull. Okay, now when we cut this out, when it's printed, we will then register the second stencil on top of this flat. And just to give you an idea what it's going to look like, in fact it's easier to see if I lay this underneath it. You can kind of see the silhouette of that chair. And I do want to figure out the best composition. And I think I'm not going to center it. I'm going to shift it. This is the bottom here. You're looking at the bottom. This is the top, left and right. I think I'm going to position it something like that. Now, in order to print an edition and to register that consistently with each print, without pen and tab registration, we're going to use T-bar registration. So let's cut this out and let's print our flat. The stencil window to print my flat is ready, as you can see, all set for ink, all taped up, ready to go. But before I print, I need to prepare my paper for the T-bar registration, because remember, I'm printing a stack of two, and I want the chair to, which is the second stencil, to register correctly on each of the flats of color. So the first thing is my 5 sheets, I fan them out, find the center of the page. This is right around 5.5 inches. So I'm going to make a mark on the first top sheet. And there we go. Then make a mark on the opposite end, same halfway point. And then I'm going to line these up, and I'm going to run a line on this fan side, just straight down. Okay, let me show you what I just did close up. And so there's that line that's just on each sheet. Okay, and then what we're going to do is fan the opposite direction. Okay, just shift them all. And I'm just going to repeat the same process. There's a center mark on that end. Okay. Okay, that's our bar, if you will. The T mark is on one side, and I have to indicate what side that is. And so I'm going to actually make this my T side. And that's pretty simple. You just put a T like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are my 5 T's, and really that's just what that's doing is indicating what side is going to line up with the T on the printing station, which you'll see later. Now, alignment. So the paper, all 5 sheets, are now ready to print on and use this T-bar registration to place both the flat of, and I'm calling that my first stencil because it's a stencil rectangle shape, that's a rectangular shape that's going to print that flat. and then again on top of that, backwards. We'll be able to place that chair, you know, right where we want it on that flat.